Hello, ladies and gents. I'm back. And yes, I know I'm double jumping up. It's bloody freezing today, and I'm refusing to put my bloody heating on. As have you seen them prices? Oh, it's more expensive. It costs you more in gas and electric than what it probably does to follow West Ham. And it's actually becoming a fact. Like the season tickets are expensive as it is, but you work it out over the last 6 months, you probably spent more on gas and electric. But anyway, today we've got Moyes' press conference. I haven't got a name for the show. It's just going to be called the Moyes' press conference, going over the main talking points of his presser, ignoring the uninformative parts and elaborating on the bits that matter. And one thing that did really annoy me, it was an 11-minute long interview, and there was a lot of talk about Jurgen Klopp, like not even just about the game or coming tonight. Anyway, before I start, if you like the content that I've given you so far, please like, please subscribe, hit that bell notification. Actually, if West Ham are massive, hit the thumbs up button, yeah? Show me we're massive. Anyway, let's get straight on with the team news. He starts off by saying Craig Dawson, we're unsure about, but basically there's no changes since where we were on Sunday. He goes on to elaborate about Maxwell Cornet. He says that Maxie's getting closer this week, but he still isn't ready yet. And the last part of the team news is the largest part, is Naif Aguerd, and I've quoted him saying it's really good news that he's on his way back. We brought him in as a key player for us, and unfortunately he got injured in the first preseason game for us. So it's really difficult for us. He's very close. He's started training, but not fully integrated with the rest of the squad yet. But he's getting closer to playing again now. And when Moyes was asked whether he will feature before the World Cup, Moyes said very positively, definitely. Definitely, I think he will play before the World Cup. But I couldn't tell you if it was going to be in a week's time or 2 weeks' time as of yet, because he's got no match practice. He hasn't played in the Premier League yet, and he's most likely, but this is off my own head, he's most likely to play under 23s or play in one of the last group games of the Europa Conference League. Moyes on congestion. We've got 8 games before the start of the World Cup, and he says we're trying to keep smiling. They're training light. It's difficult to prepare with the Tuesday and Sunday games, as, let's be fair, we don't have too many but he goes, let's be fair, we don't have too many weekend games followed by another Premier League game in the middle of the week, but we've got that this week and prepare the best we can. Moyes was then asked about Liverpool. He said probably in football terms it's one of the hardest places to go, meaning Anfield. A lot of managers have found it difficult to go there and get a result. He elaborated a little bit more about Liverpool, but you don't want to hear about that. No, I didn't want to hear about it. I've actually got on my nerves listening to it. And then when he was asked about Klopp being in the dugout or not against us, because obviously he saw a red card. I saw yesterday on social media that he may be in the dugout after receiving the red cards, and that the red card has been overturned. But I'm not 100% sure. I haven't actually looked into it. To be honest, I don't really care. Doesn't really matter whether Jurgen Klopp's going to be in the dugout or not. It's just not having a 12-year-old kid throwing his arms out and having to go at the ref every 2 bloody seconds. Yeah, as you can tell, I don't like Jurgen Klopp. He's a fucking idiot. Anyway, he goes, first things first, I hope he is in the dugout, because a big part of this job is you want to go against the best managers, and Jurgen Klopp's definitely up there. Yeah, he's right there. As much as I don't like the geezer, he's definitely a good manager. And then the topic I covered in depth yesterday gets asked to Moyes himself by a reporter about Kufal's abuse on social media. Now, as you can imagine, Moyes starts off by saying, I don't do social media, so I don't know exactly how it feels or what it does, but there have been situations I've received abuse on a regular basis, and it's not nice for anyone. If that's the case, but overall, the club's really supportive of the players, and I'm sure they'll be looking after Vlad as well. Vlad played well when you think about it. Where Vlad's come from, he's helped us go from relegation candidates to European contenders, and Vlad's been a massive part of that. And then they go on to ask about how confident Moyes is basically of the result. He goes, I'm confident if we play well and get our best players on the pitch, we're capable of doing that. We showed that last season when we played them at home. Moyes then gets asked about our unbeaten run, being 5 on the trot. We haven't been beaten in all competitions. He goes, I think we're going in the right direction, but I see Sunday as a blip because we didn't take the 3 points. Now, I like that. And I guarantee I'm not the only one who likes that comment, because it shows that he weren't happy with the point. We should have got the 3 points. It's 2 points dropped. It's depressing when you think about it. On another day we would have won that game, but it weren't to be. But he goes on, as I said, as a game we probably should have won, is what he goes on to say. Then a reporter asked him about, because he said earlier he's been letting the team train light. The reporter basically asked him to elaborate on that, and Moyes says, well, time is the biggest factor. He says that sacrifices have been made. You try not to be on your feet as long as usual. You try to give them more time at home to recover, more recovery time in general, longer massages, which help for muscle rehabilitation. And then, yeah, all this is to basically help the players get into the best shape they can. And that interview was basically finished off with about 2 minutes of reporters asking shit about Klopp. But yeah, hope you like this summary. Leave me your score predictions in the game in the comments below. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you get notified every time I upload a new video. Anyway, guys, it's short and sweet from me today. I'm happy to get this out of the way early. Looking forward to the game. To those of you who are going up there, have a safe journey there. Have a safe journey home. If you have too many drinks, book yourself a hotel. Anyway, come on, you Irons.